Hey friend, do you ever get stuck when writing your own songs? Maybe you don't know what chords will work or how to find that right chord to finish the progression, or even what key you're in. I want to break that down in this video. I want to talk about how music theory can actually help you write better songs. You know, I think there's some musicians out there that will say that music theory actually hinders your creative process for writing songs, but I would actually argue that it actually makes songwriting better, more efficient, and faster to writing better songs. So let's jump right into the topic for today. So if you're a singer-songwriter, you might not need to know how to read music or exactly what notes are in every single chord, but you will need to know what the harmony is for any given key. And when I say harmony, I mean what's the 1 chord, what's the 2 chord, what's the 4 chord or 5 chord. So there's a set pattern that irregardless of what key you're in, always stays the same. So that's 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, and then 7 diminished. So this is what that sounds like. This is 1 major, we're in the key of C, 2 minor, 3, which is minor, 4, which is major, 5, which is major, 6, which is minor, 7, which is diminished, which is a little bit more uncommon, and then back to 1. So those are the 7 chords that fit into all major keys because of the pattern of the major scale. So when musicians talk, they might say, hey, this is a 1-5-6-4 in the key of D major, or this is a 6-4-1-5 in the key of F. So knowing what those chords are will help you to communicate effectively with other musicians and also to write better songs. Step 2 is to understand that most songs have 4 chords in them. So if you're writing a song or listening to the music on the radio, usually there's 4 chords that kind of repeat over and over again in contemporary music, and that's usually using the 1 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 chord, and the 4 chord. And you can use this in any given order. So you've probably heard so common, that chord progression that's 1-5-6-4. You can use 6-4-1-5, that's a common one. Starts on the 6th chord, so it's a little bit different, okay? Or how about 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 5. So again, same 4 chords, just using them in different orders to make them interesting. Fun little fact that you can take a chord progression actually and steal it from another song. Because there's only so many chords to go around, but you can't steal a melody or be inspired by a chord progression. Okay, so step 3 is to make these chord progressions sound interesting. So it's one thing to just take the chords, figure out some neat chords or a progression that you like, but then to make it interesting and make it unique is the next step. So what I want to do is play you a couple examples of songs I've written where I've tried to do this. So the first example is a song that I wrote, and it's in the key of D flat, okay? And it uses kind of a modern chord progression with the rhythm going 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. So it always hits on those different downbeats, so, or downbeat and upbeat. So it's so that's 1, 4, 6, 5. Again, the same chords we've been talking about. 1, 4, and then this is an inverted 1, and then up to 5. Okay? Another chord progression is, or way of doing this is to use kind of musical hits, okay? So like hits, you would be in the band for sing, and everyone would kind of hit on the same pattern. So this song goes like this. Okay, so it hits on 5-1. It's an inverted 5 chord, so it's the third of the chord is in the bass. Inversions are another way you can, make the chord progression more interesting. But for now, this is just 5-1, rest, 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 5-1, and then 1-4, 1-4. Okay, so just kind of a different way to make those basic chords, 1, 4, and 5, sound a little bit more interesting, okay? So the last example is using a different time signature. So this song is in 7/4, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of like a 3 and a 4. Again, using all the same chords that we just talked about, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 chord, but making them sound totally different using different rhythms, using different time signatures, or even musical hits. So I encourage you to just write your own songs and try out some of these different techniques and leave a comment and let me know what you come up with. Also, please be sure to download my free 5-step recording guide. What it is an overview of how to record your song and get great sounds from your home studio. So you can download that by clicking the link in the description below. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.